Well, hello everyone, and thank you for joining us for the 7 Principles of Leadership. This is comprised video by Bridget Bogner and Jordan Staley. When we were doing our brainstorming, we noticed that every time we tried to think of principles of leadership, it kept circling us around to qualities of a leader. And so I kind of named it our figure 8 effect, because no matter how much we tried to wrap our brain around one part, it started wrapping around another part. And so we were wondering, if these would be considered equals or apples and oranges. And really they're apples and oranges because principles of leadership is a verb, where qualities of a leader are nouns or adjectives. But the reason for the intertwining is that the principles are what mold the qualities of a leader. So you really can't have the principles without going into the qualities. So our first principle we're covering is what honorable leadership is, and it is determining how one will lead. A position anywhere can cause one to be self-centered and self-absorbed and always ask what's in it for themselves. An honorable leadership requires one to have humility, magnanimity, which, if no one knows, is when you give credit where credit is due, and they are always saying, "How can I help you?" Secondly, a good listener equals good communicator. And what we mean by that is that one must be a good listener first in order to be an effective communicator. The benefits for a good listener are that they understand the needs of others, they're able to create a well-rounded perspective, they keep everything simple, they seek out the best communication channels, and it allows for setting appropriate goals and achieving a successful outcome. 3, lead with wisdom and not intelligence. Every genius is not a leader, therefore every leader is not a genius. And in that aspect, you also can't go to college and get a degree as a leader. Wisdom is exemplified through a clear understanding of the issues, implementing tactful, well-thought-out actions, and the resolutions are reached with precision and accuracy. 4th, good followers make the best leaders. The following quotes, I think, exemplify it best. If you want to govern the people, you must place yourself below them. If you want to lead the people, you must learn how to follow them. And there's also an old adage you'll recognize, walk a mile in their shoes. We've heard it our whole lifetime, and it's so true when it comes to being a great leader, is you need to follow those that you're going to lead so you have a good understanding of them. 5th, we've got to create stability and drive change. A leader knows where change is necessary and is able to maintain stability. This is possible when you're utilizing all the principles. And we know change is inevitable, and it is the glue of our society. Change is occurring at astonishing rates compared to the rest of history. Leaders help others build up on their own stable foundations, and leaders make changes that are good to better to best. And change is an ongoing process. I think we should be at 6 here. Being influential through example is very important. So we're going to look at authoritative versus influential leaderships. First, we'll take on authoritative leadership, where they believe that their position puts them above the law. You should do what they say and not what they do. and that they are better than everyone else. When you have influential leaders, on the other hand, they know the power of love and how to care for others. They have a high regard for people. They teach and motivate through their actions. They lift spirits and inspire others. And most importantly, they follow the golden rule and practice what they preach. And 7, flexibility is key. The work into crafting values isn't living them, or it's living them. So that means one must never stray from their core values. To adapt to changes in people, places, and situations is very vital. To not only have an understanding that there are more than one way to get the right outcome, but also to embrace that principle. In decision making, one has to always be firm and always flexible at the same time, because you need to be firm to your values and flexible enough to utilize different methods to get the most beneficial results. And also that flexibility has to come in a way that you will welcome others' opinions and be able to follow their suggestions. So that's what we're saying here, that the flexibility to accept and follow others' ideas and advice, only if it is for the benefit or betterment of mankind, because that will be in adherence with your core values. And all things must come to an end, so does our video. This is Bridget and Jordan's top 7 principles of leadership in a nutshell. Number 1, honorable leadership. 2, good listener equals good communicator. 3, lead with wisdom, not intelligence. 4, good followers make the best leaders. 5, create stability and drive change. And 6, being influential through example. 7, flexibility is key. I think all these values or principles can be used in any situation, which I think is very important, because many times when we do a project, we can kind of get hung up on a certain situation, and so sometimes when we take away information from that, it's not as valuable to us maybe when we need it the most. So we tried to pick ones that would work in any situation, and we hope you enjoyed our video. I think Jordan did an awesome job of picking out pictures because they really did go with the meaning of all of our principles. Good luck to everyone and have a great summer.